Helping every lover in the town. For the love, for the love, for the love of God, Uganda. We talk the truth, not just a brand for car lovers across the land. For the love of cars, Uganda we roll. From dusty road to dreams we patrol. Still we break it down, helping every driver in the town. For the love, for the love, for the love of cars, Uganda. Welcome to the road, and where are the misty souls? For the love of cars, Uganda. The streets, the stories right, older. You the champagne, Toyota, Nissan, Benz, or Mazda. We take it down, no propaganda. Every papa's got a tale. Feeling dry to see the scale. We talk the truth, oh, that's the brand for car lovers across the land. For the love of cars, Uganda we roll. From dusty road to dreams we patrol. Still we break it down, helping every driver in the town. For the love, for the love, for the love of cars, Uganda. Pre-purchase checks, we lead the way. Track your car, no games to play. Restore the past, drive into tomorrow. We bring the love, not just the horsepower. Is it a more or a TX5? We'll show you what's real, not just the hype. Style views and engine moves. We teach you more than just physical tools from the basics up. Truck and gear and car gear stuff. If you new or is on bed, for the love of cars, you will see nothing yet. Busy money, driving pro. This is more than just machines. It's the love, the life, the dream. Good morning, my people. How are you? What to me program Stephen Bachisura Agambe program Bajita Asa Muchitundu Cho. My people, today is Lifestyle Wednesday. Yesterday we bought a Mark X in Mujiraba million Asatu Munya. It was the cheapest we could get, by the way. Asatu Munya, and it's in top condition. Emu bagay. Ebiyonga bichali yao. Omuzungu yakola Mark X. Abana ba Subaru beriko. Mark X epika. Erina amanyi. Mark X has power. Mark X in H power is my thing. Mark X in H power. Abana ba Subaru abaroza ndasobola Mark X beriko. Yeah. And I've driven 2.5 liter Subarus, and I drove a 2.5 liter Mark X from Jitwaguzeyo. That's a 2010. That was a 2010 Mark X that we bought, and we bought it at 34. Now to Jango ngamat athe Mark X ya 34 enunje inzo okutubula, because even in the place where we bought it, it was the only good one in Anazaba Desinunji Burunji. And then we tried to go to other bonds, and then we found out that they were selling those cars at 38. So we had to go back and buy that one at 34. Which take and of course, yesterday I had an experience. Sentiza in William Zomuntu Wango your market. Sky is but that's how it feels. But how are you guys? How is your Wednesday morning? You don't know who I could do. I'm going to do 7 or 8 kilometers depending on what the mood gives me. I'm supposed to border. Yenyize makatinze wemba simuviri denze wemba siri mature enough okumuvira tuba tusobola munyigira makati yawo simanyi bwe balowooza. Hi, can Muyindi give me a NUA at 40 million if I pay 25 cash and balance in exactly 3 months? I'm thinking yes, I should be able to give you a NUA. Ajikuwa bulungi nnyo niyo olina okubanga weebanja.
Mwasuze mutia Travel Live Vlog Muyombia Mark Hussein Munyantwali Armstrong Muhwezi Benadza Timothy Aijuka Blair Chikawa Ricky Mwesiga Patrick Bade munasonywa olumunteeka ko microphone nira biro jiwanika. I don't know why. Stephen Bachisura Kawesa Victor Stephen Omuria Paul Sema VIP Seru Victor Derek Fisher FK Ntale Samuel Julius Sengoba Bennett Musafiri. How are you all, my people? Guys, yesterday I was asking myself a question. Okay, I talked to one of you guys. The question of why are you buying the car is very important when you're buying a car. I find that some people just think of buying a car as getting just something that will move you from point A to B, which is okay. But you need to ask yourself, why exactly do you want to buy this car? What is it going to do for you? How much value is it going to be adding to your life every time you drive it? Because once you understand how much value the car adds to you. Yesterday when we were talking to this gentleman, he told me for him, when he's not driving his own car, he hires a car at 150 every day. That means every time he drives a car for his trips, the car serves him with 150,000 shillings. So that's the value that the car adds to him every time he drives it, because normally he drives the car when he's going up country. He uses 150, he saves 150,000 shillings. So every trip he takes up country, that is giving him back 150. If he takes 2 trips a week, that means the car has made him 300,000 shillings that he would otherwise spend. I don't know if this is an allowance that he gets from his workplace to hire a car, but if it's an allowance that he gets from his workplace to hire a car, he would literally be, if every week the car makes him 300,000, that means the car makes him a 1.2 per month. This means if he had 20 million shillings, he would go borrow a small car from the bond, and that car would pay itself back. I want to calculate, if I buy this car, how much money am I saving? How much money is it making me? Because every saving I make from that car is the money that it's making me. For example, for me, my car takes Mama Aban to work, it takes my 2 kids to school, and it takes me to work, and then it does inspections, and then it runs errands. Like today we're going to do some shoots. So I want to think, how much would I have paid for the bus if my kids were to go to school? Those are 2 places on a bus. Most buses pay about 1.5 million shillings per term. That's about 500,000 every month. For me, with 2 kids, that would be 1 million per month, yeah, of a school bus. Now that would, I'm thinking that would be a round trip, yeah. And there are people that put their kids on borders. So instead of putting my kids on a border, yeah, I drive them. And then there's something you can never put a price to. For example, you can never put price to a bond you create with your kids just by virtue of driving them to school. You can never put price on a bond of your kids asking you, Daddy, are you taking us to your office? Daddy, can we buy a snack as we're going home? Daddy, this, Daddy, that. Now that's a bond your kids are going to be creating with the teacher in a school bus or the driver. So that is priceless for me, I find. And also the price of safety, the price of making sure that all of you guys are safe. So why are you purchasing the car? So gentleman that bought the car, they bought the Mark X yesterday, wanted to buy a car at 30 million. A Mark X at 30 million. Now a Mark X at 30 million would be a used X. Would be a used Mark X. Now when he called me, I told him, okay, we can get, because I knew we could get. I knew we could even get at 27 million shillings, yeah? But then when he came, I asked him if he could top up a bit of money and buy a new Mark X from the bond. One that has no issues at all, yeah? He said, let's go look at them and then we look at the used ones. But the moment we looked at the new Mark X's, I don't think he even wanted to look at a used one anymore, yeah? So we bought it. And for him, the reason he's buying it most of the time when he's moving in town, when he's doing his work, he uses borders. So for him, fuel is not a concern. That's the first thing he told me. Arthur, I know you say the only problem of the Mark X would be the fuel consumption. So me, I have no problem with fuel because majority of the time when I'm moving, I use borders, yeah? So I'll be driving it probably 3-4 times a week, yeah? To go to important meetings and stuff like that, yeah? And for him, fuel is not a concern. So he's looking for something that will give him comfort, give him swag, baby. So his reasons are clear. And then there are people like Arthur. Then I was talking to some other person, still from someone that came from this channel. And he sold his cars. I think he had like 2 cars and he sold both of them. And now he's stuck. He doesn't know what car to buy. So I was telling him, why are you, because he's way younger than me. Like he's a Gen Z, he's that young. And then he was there in thought and I asked him what's going on. He said, man, I asked him what thoughts. You're young. He said, I'm thinking about the present, the future. And for me, the question was, at your age, why are you thinking? And I said, why are you buying a car? They said, that kakati is, take away mbera, kanga, kuyabi baby. And for me, that of course, there are statements that normally people say, nganda biradala, eteweta gamoroka kuyabi baby. Ochtegera teweta gamoroka kuteka wombera. Actually, eteweta kuteka wombera. So me, I told him, sikura moroka ya kuteka wombera, ngule moroka nga ya kasta yebinga tako ku math. Like now, the distance I would do a full tank, I'm doing half tank. For me, that's enough addition to my life. Right? For me, that makes more sense than take away mbera. And then he was telling me, Arthur, I drove a VXL. You remember the one I reviewed? A TXL, sorry. I drove that TXL. Yes, it was high up in the air, but pothole nalinziwulira. And I drove it for like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and I was used to the car. It felt ordinary. I wanted to go back to my car. And I felt like, okay, spending all this money, like if you don't have it, like it doesn't really make sense. Right? And I told him, the thing is, because he had a Mark X like the one we bought, and he said for him, he found that the Mark X did not feel like these were humps. Yagamambo, the time that he knew there were humps is when he was on a border. And for me, I thought that maybe he was absent-minded. Because in every car, you would know there are humps there. In every car. Some cars are more soundproof than others. Some cars are more vibration-proof than others. But you know that they are humps. That's why the guys put the humps there. They have proven over the years that they're humps. That they're humps. Guys, like the broadcast. You're 76. Thank you, Henry, for reminding me. Guys, like the broadcast. Just double tap or find the 3 dots in the upper right hand corner of your screen. Click those dots. They will bring you the option down there of liking the broadcast. Please do. Like the broadcast. Like the broadcast. It's good for the algorithm. Guys, the Laugh for Cars Convention 30th August. Abantu tebalina sente nonyayo abantu abagulirayo abantu ticket ne bogulirayo abantu babiri bokka nogamba Arthur ekumi liiryo nguliddeyo abantu babiri ticket. Yesterday bwe twabadde mu bond eyo omusajja gwe twaguzeeko emmotoka yagaye Arthur ngenda gulayo ticket z'abantu bana mitwalo 2 n'agamba naye njagala onjogereko. So the gentleman that bought has a company called Ariki Motors. It's in Banda. So Ariki Motors bought 4 tickets. Nangamba naye zigabira aba TikTok. Nangamba zigabira aba TikTok because aba TikTok beba talina bulungi sente. Yeah. So anyway guys, the question of why are you buying? Nze namugambye neri emmoroka bw'onoogivuganga okola ki? Eri emmoroka nayo bw'onoogivuganga odduka. If you drive that car, like tuyite ku paaka ndowooza. Tuyite ku paaka. Ati kati ekyo kireese jjaamu wano. And in Uganda we have an additional potholes. They help us reduce speeds, depend on shocks and be road away akalife katwetooloola watakisi alemereddwa okwetooloola. Gabriel Juma mujjeewo because ayina negative energy. Ngezaako okwaavoidinga negative energy at all costs ku YouTube. Ku TikTok mbeesobolera naye ku YouTube wano mbasaagalawo nnyo negative energy. Vianney Kabuuso obuze nnyo. Vianney sooka ogulirayo abantu ticket wano eza convention. You have been lost. Ben Kako, hi. JK, hi. Boss Dog, hi. Benjamin Senfuma. Mwaguze tickets za convention, my people. The convention is happening 30th August 2025, Bad Valley Theatre. Ekizike kyerere kyokka kyokka. Mwaguze tickets za convention. Obansinikire muri ebinnyo. Motion by Benji, hi. How much can I get a nice second hand chigege for taxi? Bela ne $3.5. Kati eyo giraba, eyo UFV bajja gigamba $2.27. Nze nkubuulira. Kati eri kigege n'ekigege zisinga kati nga nkadde. Ate ng'ojja kwagala kigege nga si nkadde nnyo. And Sewanyana Everest, hi, how are you? Baluku Norbert, how are you? So yesterday, how many markets did we look at? Twaguze twalayo markets nga mukaaga. Twalayo markets mukaaga. Mulaba boda we bavuga one way and they are untouchable. Twalayo markets zabadde nga 5, I think. Then newane tugenda tulabayo markets nga 4 naye yonge bebe yatugobyeyo. Already ngezeno za raisi bulungi, we came back and bought those ones. And guys, today I'm going to publish the next episode of the Project Car. Project Car episode yeddako ngenda giteeka yamaze ddo ku uploading. This time it uploaded. Era ndozo oluva okudduka bwenti nga ngiteekayo. I'll upload it like in like an hour and a half because I have to run. I bought the Markex because of the sound of its V6 and power. Na imwe Markex enywa nzikisobola. Kati nze ate mbala nnyo. Toyinza maravuga ku hybrid noddayo mwezi mmoroka ezinywa obonywizi tyo. Good morning, Derek Lule. Border zitwanguiza life in the chaotic city. I find that life would be easy actually without the borders. I'm telling you. Nze kyemmanyi, life would definitely be easier. Did you guys know that as of in 2024, about 14 people died daily of accidents, and majority of them were either border passengers or border riders. 14 people daily dying of accidents on the road. So you know how serious it is, yeah? So me, I find that it would definitely be easier. So guys, the question is, why do you buy your cars? Ogula kuteekawo mbeera, ogula kweyanguyiza bulamu, ki ekitukutte? Ogula kuteekawo mbeera, do you buy to be the man of the hour? Do you buy to make life easier for you? Do you buy to save money? Personally, I buy cars because I have to buy cars. I have to have a car. I cannot be without a car. I remember around 2020, someone told me, negwe athakati gwe weyita ki, motosobola va ku mutto. Ne muga sijja kuva ku mutto. Sijja kuva ku mutto, ate nga sijja kuva ku mutto. Okitegeera? Muzeeyi tugende. Olaba waliwo musiru wali ayingira eri mu paaka naye yakoze layini eno eyokusatu erina okuyitamu obuyisi kati ngombe yemujjayo yokka. Ababoda mbalawo bonna bali muvuga wanuwe, they are untouchable. Talina helmet, talina reflector, talina Uganda, yeah. But I think this is in Uganda, this is in Kenya, this is literally almost everywhere. Eh? Every third world country has this chaos. We create the chaos and then obalaba wonna bavuga wanuwe. The chaos can only be saved by Jesus Christ himself. A drone. Anti drone ya milioni 7 nkaga ku 7 ennungi ya 7 kati enkadde nga nnungi baya milioni nga 45. A good drone. The silver ku Moroka, it made life easier for me. Sit there, guys. Whatever you do, never get out of a car. Whatever you do, however hard life is, the only time you should be getting out of a car is to go into a house or into a building. But get out with a key, with assurance that you're getting back in the car. May I get out of the car to get into a building with assurance that I can come back into the car. That's it. But me to get out of the camp of Ajitwari. Kigali, yeah, people say Kigali is very organized. Huh? So Kagame must be doing something right. So guys, the question that I'm going to leave with you guys is, why would you be buying a car right now? Would you be buying to take a wombera? Would you be buying to eat the baby? Would you be buying to make life easy for you? Would you be buying because you have the money and you can buy? You get it? There has to be a reason. If you buy a car without a reason, that's why you find people making errors. I was still talking to another person, and I was telling him because he bought a car and he bought tires, he bought shock absorbers for the car, and he feels he's making a loss by just putting those things. Okitegeera awida bimusala bimuluma. Okitegeera inze ebintu byenteeka mu moroka yange to make my driving experience better tebinnuma. Sorry guys, network nzijeko. I don't see Alteza video. But I did an Alteza some time ago, didn't I? If I haven't, I'll definitely find it and do it. I'd buy to make movement easier for me. But every driver should find time to run. These days, our bodies are misbehaving. bakisuula nze nziruka nsobole okuwangaala ndabe batabani bange bamala university. Yes, kuba batabani bange bagenda mala university nga nyina emyaka 5 nga mu 5 bwe baba basomye ebyo bikosi byammwe ebyo ebiwanvu eby'emyaka 5 myaka 7 simanya engineering simanya medicine myaka nga 5 mu 5 mu 6 awo mba mmala okuweerera ntandika okulya life. Lindako nyina gumu comment wano gye ndaba. Eyo CBD yaba taxi na border, no order. Nairobi CBD has no borders. Are you sure Nairobi has no borders? The citizen taka mutaka. You can't sell land to buy a car. The chaos not in TZ. Border guy can't ride you without a helmet. Not in TZ and a single person on the ride, not two. So East Africa, Uganda, disorganized your car because all men must have cars, even though you leave it at home. Custodian, and it also makes transport easier. I find that every family must have its own car. The moment you have children, buy a car and put it at home. Why? You can have emergencies at night, you can have emergencies early morning. Ngatoina go okubira. Nadala mwe kati abazimbye mu estate simanya kira simanya namugongo simanya seta simanya akrite kati eyo ubegenda kutuuka yo sawa mmeka buy a car and put it at home atofu okulaga ne mukazi wamanya okuvuga. Kigali is organized, but Rwandese run to our chaos and they hate to leave. But every driver should find time to run. Our bodies misbehaving. Nina 8 million recommendations nkoye border ate sina za makanika buli kisera kati gwe million 8 ogenda kugula 8 million. What car will you buy that won't disturb you? Mark Tumusota yeyo kajendaba etagenda kusumbuwa. Mark Tumusota ejja kubamu obusente bujja okugattamu naye tujja bugattamu immediately. So Mark Tumusota definitely. Awana agambye Rachel sente ziteke mu money market osonde mpola 8 million ojja gula Mark Tumusota. You had it, you took it out of my mouth. These days you are covering almost 10 kilometers of running. So I do 8 kilometers on day 1 and 7 kilometers on day 2. Why I do that? I scrapped the third day because ebyokukola bingi and I want to even scrap the second day nga nkola kilometer 15 in one run. I can do it. Naye wano wenzirukira because it's in one place, round Chibowam. I get bored. So I'm trying to beat the boredom with this plane. Running isn't guaranteed that you will live longer. Shit can happen. I know shit can happen, but at least you buliche tukola Ricky. Amina Kazoba, you have not bought a ticket for the convention. Ricky, tukola ko bye tusobola okukola to try and fight the unfightable. You do whatever you can do in your power to live a little longer. I know, Ricky, I know that running has definitely made my life easier. Running has made me healthier. That I can tell you. So I know that it adds a number of years on my life. Running adds a number of my life. Now, if I add good diet and I add fighting stress, because I find that my biggest difficulty is stress. So if I can fight stress and have a good diet and continue running and avoid sexually transmitted diseases. Yes, the WhatsApp number Mwezi is 0760 045 116. But you'd also eat the gym, Kuba. You have good genes for arms. But I do. I lift at home. Mujim ngenda like once a week when I can. But I also have weights at home. I also have small weights at office. At office, you know, weight kilo satu. But I lift. So guys, chona chechidi, do whatever you can to make your life a little bit better. For me, running ne bonna banjiremerako, running definitely makes your life easier, makes your life better. The number, guys, for buying tickets is 0760 045 116. 0760 045 116. You call that lady, tell her I want to buy myself a ticket for the convention. Yeah. So guys, kamba sibling enezi okay. The thing that happens with running, you lose weight as well, eh? After the gym weights, what gym weights do you lift? It depends on the mood. Kati waka dumbbell nyina 10, but I can go up to 18. Although to make, like, I get bored very easily, so to make life easy, I just do 10. Bench, I can do up to 30. So on the bench, I can do up to 60. If I have a partner, I can actually go up to 70. If I have a workout partner, but that's something that doesn't happen all the time, eh? Arthur, omulogana logen kubo ku 30th wamufunye oba. Ekyo nacho kikuru kwogerako naye tulina tent, ebintu ebisinga biri indoors, so we are safe. Nze nalingezezaako nafunako omulogo w'enkuba neemukuba naye. Omulogo w'enkuba yaliwo naye neemukuba. Bane guys, kamba sibling enenziruka enjagala nnyo okunyumya. N'ekyo nakyo kiri guys, mwabata nagula moroka, make sure you have a reason for buying the car and make sure you attach value to that reason. If you don't attach value to the reason, emoroka buli bweneebaako kyekusumbwa ojja kuwulira bubi. Okitegeera, buli bweneebaako kyekusumbwa ojja kuwulira bubi. Don't buy a car because you can buy a car. Buy a car ng'erina kyekugatako, kiringa banagamba towasa mukazi because osobola okuwasa wasa omukazi ng'alina kyakugatako nga takutoolako obutuuzi. Travel live vlog Muyombya Mark Hussein Munyantwali Armstrong Muwezi Bernard Za Timothy Ajuka Blair Chikawa Ricky Mwesige Patrick Bachisula Stephen Armstrong Muwezi Atumanya Rupert. Oh, Rupert, you have not bought a ticket for the convention. Just call the number 0760 045 116. But nyina abantu ku YouTube ababera ku live ludaku lumuntu berako n'ekikumi kijja kunswaza nnyo ntuuke wali nga bangamba Arthur twatunze ticket ya 2. Kijja kuswaza nnyo, bujja kuba munkoze bubi nnyo. Bw'oba tojje kale baako gw'ogulira. There is someone here that bought 2 tickets for the brothers. She's not in the country. Starch bought a ticket for Dasha 256. Ani omulala yagulira abantu ticket. Paul Sema bought, Mr. Kometa Yuji bought, Basic Chris yasasudde ticket yesterday. I want to remember ngenda kujamba itemu wano mu list. Bemanya abawana abasasudde. Kawesa Victor, Stephen Omoria, Paul Sema VIP, Seru Victor, Derek Fisher, FK, Tari Samuel, Julia Sengoba, Bennett Musafiri, Samuel S. Zach, Motion by Benji, Benjamin Sefuma, Boss Dog, JK, Ben Kako, Henry Modern Juice. Bana Henry Modern Juice again to work fresh juice. Henry Modern Juice again to work fresh juice. Kabuso Viani obuze nnyo John's Info, Baluku Norbert, Sewanyana Everest, The Flying Dutchman, The Citizen, Derek Lule. Kangalaz Shafik, Rachel Birungi, Kazoba Lawrence Bitarabeho, K Jovan, Mansa Junior. Mansa eyafe bituusewa baba Mansa nze kubanja ate nkuli bubi wano lwakwasagala kukubira simu. The Dite Gaming, K Jovan Nkumaze, Drake Alemera, Chairman Zach, Lucky Mose, Nabo Mukamori, I don't take you for granted. And Arthur, to follow your link, we shall be online watching. Yes. Henry Modern Juice. Henry, ngate bangambi. Henry nnote bannangamba ko ticket zo ge mazima. Sa Henry kubira omukazi oyo ayinza bate yakula bango sasula sente nga azili abuli. Starch Events. Guys, I wish you a very lovely day. Mukube number 0760045116 genda kunswaza omusajja yangamba luli yanga atha ku ground biralamu abantu bakwagalira wali nga bakulaba bula ku screen eno ku ground tebalina bye bakwagala. Engineer Mugarura, hi, how are you guys? Let me wish you a very lovely day. Kamba wishing olunaku olungi nja kuba mbalaba enkya mu Random Car Talk Thursday. May the good Lord bless you, and as you buy your next car or your second car or your first car, always have a reason to buy it. Ciao, ciao.